you turn into food and alcohol as a way of maybe coping, like maybe being on your own or coming out of a relationship or anything else?
I think it was just a mix of everything. I felt really unconfident within myself and who I was and in my body. I didn't like my body. I didn't particularly love, trying on outfits or like having to show my arms or my legs because I had cellulite. And just like, I think it was just maybe a mix of everything. And I knew that when I was going on nights out, that if I had a drink, I can talk to people. It's like, that like moment of, oh, I get a little bit of confidence. This is nice. So for me, alcohol was that boost to give me confidence to be able to go out and wear what I wanted to wear and talk to people. But then food was the comfort for the next day. When that high comes down, you feel like crap again. The food's there then as my comfort, and food did give me a massive comfort at the time when nothing else did, So for sure, I turned to emotional eating. Binge eating was a huge part of my journey as well, for probably about a year. And yeah, I think it was just everything that I was maybe dealing with in my own head, just as trying to navigate kind of my own life, not really knowing what I was doing. Those two things were definitely a huge outlet for me.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that you say actually it was all like what was going on inside, and I think that gets brushed over when we look at quick fixes because they're all about like inputs and outputs and let's eat this many calories and do this exercise, and nobody talks about like, but why do we need to even do all that? Because there's this inner work that needs to be done. So obviously you've done all the inputs and the outputs and you've nailed it, but you must have done a lot of inner work as well.
100%.
How did you even get started on that?
So my brother's actually really into personal development, and I've always said he's a really like big part of my journey because he just had this really like positive outlet on life, and I was kind of like, what are you doing? Like you're so, like happy-go-lucky all the time. And it was just little things like, starting to be a little bit more grateful for the things that I had in my life. And I was like, this kind of makes me feel better. Let me practice that. And then I think it was going into the actual idea of mindfulness and taking time out to practice your mindfulness the same way you take time out to go to the gym or plan your nutrition. Your mind serves just as much as importance. People literally will brush that under the carpet. If you're going to the gym and you're getting your calories and your macros right, then you must be good. That's not always the case for people. You have to take time to figure out your own issues, what's going on within, and why are you turning to food? That was my question. I had to, go inwards and say, what happened today? Who triggered you today? What feeling am I feeling right now that I'm going for food? And that's kind of then when things started to shift, because I wasn't just trying to brush things under the carpet. I was like, let me actually figure out what's going on here and navigate why I'm turning to the things that I'm turning to.
And that is such a hard question to ask yourself.
It's a painful endeavour, isn't it?
Yeah. So like, did you do that on your own or did you have help?
No, I kind of did it all on my own. Yeah.
Did you journal? Or?
Journaling. Oh my goodness. Yes. I always talk about this on my Instagram. Get yourself a journal, and it's so fun to be able to look back on them now. And I found one a couple of months ago and it made me emotional because of the things I was writing. But without doing that hard work, I wouldn't be where I am now. So you have to feel your feelings to come out the other side of them for sure. So journaling was a massive part of my journey, and asking yourself the hard questions for sure.
If you didn't know, I am a weight loss coach, but I've also lost over 50 pounds myself. So I do know how hard this journey can be. Jaymie and I built the BodySmart method to cut through all the BS out there and bring together the latest weight loss science to fast track your weight loss. None of the frustrating trial and error that I battled with myself. Over 4,000 women have lost 15 to 60 pounds within 6 months with us, whilst also gaining healthy habits, skills and knowledge, which mean they'll never have to diet again. Now, we know that you have thrown hundreds, if not thousands of dollars at this before and been disappointed endless times. So at BodySmart, we are so confident that you'll get results with our method. We have a full money-back guarantee. To apply to work with one of our expert one-on-one coaches, go to bodysmartfitness.com.